Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Friday. It's Friday. It is Friday. Tomorrow. We're going to be at the Eclectic Hedge in Weedsport, New York, right off of exit 40 off the New York State Thruway. If you are coming from out of town, if you haven't checked out the shop, please think about checking it out. Steph has a lot of great instruments, tools, and she also makes these amazing candles that are infused with her Reiki energy. I noticed that right away when I had purchased my first candle from her a couple of years ago, and I was like burning it, and I was like, what is that? And I was like, oh my gosh, the Reiki energy coming off of it was just amazing and beautiful. Good morning, darling. Good morning, Delia. So I wanted to pop on today to remind everybody that I will be at the Eclectic Hedge tomorrow. Really excited about that. And then Steph and I actually have another event we're going to do together at the beginning of March 5th. We're actually going to do, good morning, Tammy. We're actually going to do a empowerment, integrated energy therapy empowerment mini sessions. They're called 5-minute empowerment sessions, but I believe the way that once we get in your energy, I feel like that empowerment session will take a little longer than 5 minutes. So I'm really planning like 5 to 10 to 15 minutes per session, only $20. But basically, for those of you in the area who have like seen IET, seen my posts about IET, seen my a lot of testimonials about IET, but really, what is it, right? So Steph and I are going to be, oh, thank you, Delia. Steph and I are going to be together on March 5th. It's a Sunday from 1 to 5, giving IET empowerment sessions, answering questions about IET, how it can work for you. It's an energy modality. So that is coming in March. But tomorrow, I'm going to do mini readings. So whether it's a mediumship reading, an oracle card reading, that's what I'm going to be offering tomorrow. So for those of you who maybe have questions about what's going on in your life, you want clarity about a certain situation, but basically the reason that I was came back to the Eclectic Hedge, because I was just there last month, we had such a sold out event. It was a great day. I really feel like Spirit came through and showed up for everybody who was there, and I basically it was really cool. We did evidential mediumship readings way more than we did the intuitive guidance oracle card readings. So whatever you're looking for, if you're looking for some clarity or questions answered about, a past relationship, your love life, relationship in general, and also maybe why these energies are so hard, or why you're experiencing what you're experiencing. So whatever you want some information on, remember, Spirit brings you the messages that you need when you need them. So every reading should be different. But I will caution you that, you don't want to get you don't want to become a reading junkie, right? Because we're still here having a human experience. So really important to make sure we're having that human experience. But if you're someone who maybe hasn't had a reading in a while, or just because this month is triggering you about an ex or a past or your love life, maybe Spirit, well, I know they'll show up. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. I hope I will see you there. All right, so let's see what Spirit wants to bring. So I'm using my little deck that was just down here because the kiddo is sleeping in my office, and I forgot to I grabbed all the business stuff, but I forgot to grab the tools. But that's okay. That's okay. These cards are gonna work just fine. We got 3. Let's get 2 more. Spirit, please. 2 more cards for this Friday going into the weekend. What is it that you'd like to bring us? What is it that we need to know? Oh, And we got 3. And okay. All right. So, all right. This message might go on for a minute, guys. I hope you got your coffee. So it started off with the 4 of Swords, or the 5 of Swords. No, 4 of Swords. I'm right. It's time to rest. You've been through it. I feel like for some of you, it is the energies out there right now. Things have been chaotic. Things have been overwhelming. Things haven't gone the way you wanted them to. I think situations have not been what you thought they were going to be. I think there's been a lot of other people kind of coming at you or affecting you because of the energies, and not, you know, especially those that don't understand the energies or understand what they're feeling, that it's more than the physical reality, or that the symptoms that they're going through, the Ascension symptoms, is more than physical reality. So I feel like it's really important to step back and get some rest, and really kind of in that rest period, meditative state, grounding, whatever you're going to do to kind of rest or sit down. For some of you, this is all about sitting down, getting yourself out of trying to fix something for someone, trying to make something better for someone, because you can't. They have to make it better for themselves. So I really feel like this 4 of Swords is really wanting you to sit down, take care of yourself, do what you need to do for yourself, put yourself first. For those of you in my membership portal, in the Empath Evolution, I actually dropped a meditation yesterday. For those of you that are maybe in the beginning process of the journey and needed a little bit more support in this energy. I also posted the meeting for that we had on Wednesday night for the intuitive guidance. So for those of you that are members that were unable to attend, the replay is there. And also tonight in the membership, we're going to do the monthly meeting where I'm going to channel the energies for February and the messages to go along with those. So lots going on here. Lots going on. So yeah. And the rest is actually going to allow you to come into flow. So where things haven't been flowing, where you haven't felt safe and supported, where you haven't felt like you've had enough, whether it's money, opportunity, safety, stability, anything that is impacting your foundation, it's going to start flowing. But it's only through you sitting down. So those of you that are forcing, those of you who are pushing anything, you got to sit down. You got to sit down. The forcing and the pushing isn't going to allow the energy to flow. What's going to allow the energy to flow in whatever your situation is for you to step back, for you to allow yourself to rest. That trying to do anything when you're tired, when you're depleted energetically, it's not going to go well. And that's why things aren't flowing. That's honestly why things aren't happening for you. You're like, but I thought that phone call was going to come, or I thought I was going to get that job, or I thought somebody was going to reach out to me, or someone told me they were going to do this, that, or the other, and it hasn't happened yet, right? It's because if you haven't gotten quiet, if you haven't rested, if you haven't stepped back, then you haven't allowed this energy to flow into your experience. Good morning, Abdul. Good morning, Carm. So you've got to step back and take care of yourself. The 4 of Swords is about taking care of yourself. Laying down the sword, laying down the fight. And that's how you open up your energy to things flowing into your experience. And that's where you're going to start feeling the choice. The 7 of Cups. That's when the opportunities are going to present themselves in a way that you have choice. Or for some of you, this could be where you now know that you have a choice in your life to stay in that old situation or to go into the flow of what is coming in. Right? This flow, The Six of Pentacles, things showing up for you, feeling ease and grace, cannot come in if you're not choosing yourself, if you're not choosing what your gut is saying, your intuition. Because it's time. It's time for you to choose from that empowered space. It's time for you to get in the flow of where you're being called to go. Forgiving where you need to forgive, letting go of where you need to let go of, any old story that doesn't serve you, choosing the new opportunity, the new idea. But the King of Wands is saying it's time for you to really get into your purpose, what it is that you fills your cup up. That's what this weekend is about. Filling your cup up. Because if you stay in this energy, you're not going to get the flow. You're not going to get the grace and ease. If you don't step back and take the time that you need to take, you're going to keep getting what you've gotten, which is hardship, frustration, fear, grief, pain. You got to step back this weekend. You got to step back. That's how you get into your power. Believe it or not, I know you're like, but. Nope, no buts. No buts. Good morning, Ariana. No buts. This energy is taking a lot out of you. It's taking a lot out of you. And if you don't step back and take care of yourself, step into your power and allow things to flow. You know, as humans, we're programmed to strive and drive and try and force and go and do. That's not how this multi-dimensional universe, this high vibrational universe or vibrational frequency universe works. So what we've been taught, we have to reprogram ourselves. We have to reteach ourselves that allowing is how you get into flow. And it's not passive by any means, but it's going in the direction that your spirit is calling you to go into. And when there's nothing to do in that direction, that's when you go and you have some joy. That's when you go and you have some fun. That's when you get rest. That's when you ground. That's when you come into your center. All right, so these three cards popped out after those ones. So I'm going to read these three together, okay? The Eight of Swords. You're tying yourself up in knots. You're staying in the victimization. Look at that. Those swords are open in front of her. And if you notice that binding isn't very tight. It's like she could shimmy out of that binding. She could take off that blindfold. She could walk through those swords. She's the only one holding herself back. Her fear, her unworthiness, her trauma. It's time for you to save yourself. Good morning, Darlene. Yes, Darlene, one of her candles. Absolutely. Good stuff. You have to save yourself. No one's coming to save you. And you know, this took me years and years and years, because I'm going to be honest with you. I think there was a couple of decades I played the victim. I had been not as loved. I won't say unloved, but not as loved as I should have been as a child. And that stuck with me. And I wanted people to step up to the plate. I wanted people to love me. I wanted people to take care of me. And it's almost like I got into victimization so that it would force them to. It didn't. But that was my very immature response, right? And I feel like this is what this card is embodying. Like there's an immature response that you're having to some feelings or victimization or trauma that has brought on the victimization, that it's time for you to release. Because that's only when you're going to get to the 10 of Cups. only when you're going to get to the fulfillment of wishes, only when you're going to get to everything you want showing up. You got to get out of your own way. And it's going to create big transformation when you do. When you get out of your own way, when you stop being the victim, that's when everything shows up and you are on a new road, a new cycle, in grace and ease, allowing things to flow into your situation. But you got to get quiet and you got to get out of your own way. I know, Carm, it took me a long time to recognize. And honestly, I think I was going through that process when we worked together. Good morning, Jenny. This is a general reading. Please take what resonates. You have to save yourself. And you do that by resting, taking care of yourself, eating right, addressing your mental health, addressing your physical health, addressing your emotional health, addressing your energetic health. Oh, absolutely, Delia. That is when you get the big transformation that brings you the blessings, the 10 of Cups energy of receiving and feeling like you have accomplished and gained and are safe and stable because you have the support, the people, the resources, the opportunities, the love. But we got to get out of our own way, guys. And we have to make the choice. No one's going to make the choice for us. We have to make the choice. And there's no right or wrong choice. There's no right or wrong choice. But really look at, where's that choice going to take me? Oh, Carm, thank you. That's awesome. First step of my process in this was exercising, good nutrition, just in case anyone is lost at to where to begin. Absolutely. Because when you take care of your physical self, you don't recognize in victimization. Being a victim absolutely impacts your physical health. Because if you think about it, what do we do when we're in victimization? We want to feel better, right? So we make really not great choices and decisions around nutrition, exercise, taking care of ourselves. So start there. So your emotions, your mental, your thoughts absolutely affect your physical. And then once you kind of get one area started, you can continue in the next. So now that Carmen started in the nutrition and exercise, now she can think about the mental and the emotional. I love it. But we have to choose. Yeah, Cynthia. Oh, that's beautiful, Carmen. But so making choices. What I would say about this is you have to make the choice, okay? And sometimes we paralyze ourselves. And we don't make the choice. And then we end up somewhere we didn't mean to be because the choice was made for us, unwittingly or unknowingly, or as a consequence. And that again goes to victimization. Oh, look where I am, poor me. Well, you didn't make the choice. So you ended up in a situation or in a place you didn't plan on being because the life keeps going, right? That ball down the hill keeps getting momentum. And if you don't choose what path to put that ball on, whatever it is, you're going to end up at the bottom of the hill and probably in a mud puddle instead of over in the green pasture where you could have been if you'd made the choice, but you were afraid of that traveling down the hill. So you didn't make the choice. Make the choice. Make it from that place of knowing. Make it from that place of knowing. And remember, there's no wrong choice. Each choice is just going to take you to a different place. So sometimes we just have to sit down with ourselves and say, okay, where do I want to end up? What do I want the end result to look like? and then make the choice from that place. Oh, okay, that's what I have to do. I have to take this step and this step and this step. Okay. But sometimes we really have to kind of think about where we're going before we can get there. That was a really good message today. I didn't see that coming. Awesome, Kristen. Awesome. Oh, I'm sorry about the no-show client. But maybe there was something here that Spirit wanted you to hear. Who knows? So absolutely check out the replay if you didn't get to see the whole thing. But yes, so tomorrow I will be at the Eclectic Hedge in Weedsport, New York, 1 to 5. In the event section of my website, you can get tickets. It's a first come, first serve. So if you walk in without a ticket, you would have to wait for all the ticket holders to go first. So if you want to go first, grab a ticket on the website. Really excited, really excited. A few tickets have been sold, and I'm really looking forward to whatever the day brings. Oh, Carmen, that's beautiful, honey. That's beautiful. I'm so glad. All right, what else? Everything, guys. I actually posted some in-person events I got coming up March and April, what's coming up this spring. So go to the event section of my website because I do have an in-person evidential medium class, level 1, that we're going to do in person. It's very a small group, so if you want a seat, definitely grab your seat for that, April. And I will be back at the Eclectic Hedge on March 5th with Steph. We're going to do 5-minute empowerment sessions. Again, it's called a 5-minute empowerment session, but they'll probably go 10 to 15 minutes because once we get in your energy, who knows what will happen, right? Hey, Maggie. Oh, thank you, Darlene. And I got, good stuff going on. And if you're a part of my group, my membership group, in the membership portal tonight, we will be 8 o'clock together doing the monthly message, which is a channeled message with my guides, Sunaya and Archangel Metatron, for what they want to bring through for the month of February, or I should say at this point, the rest of the month of February. This is also my rescheduled event from last week when I was under the weather. So what else? We got a lot going on, guys. I would say stay, interacting with the website because that's where everything is going. It's going in the membership portal and it's going in the event section of the website. So a lot going on. Thank you, Cynthia. Thank you. So I just want to show gratitude for those of you joining me on YouTube. Thank you. Subscribe, like. We're really increasing the membership. I'm really trying to get to the 1,000 just so I can go live on YouTube. But I totally appreciate everybody on Facebook, especially for those of you who've been with me for a while. I mean, we've been doing this for 5 years now, guys. Is that crazy or what? Yeah. And also, if you're not part of the Guidance 311 group on Facebook, I do post a pick a card for the weekend every week. So that is up for those of you who haven't gone there and checked that out. Thomas and I had an amazing conversation yesterday. If you did not check that out, he talks about healing. He talks about self-healing. He talks about self-healing from that place of your knowingness or your innate spirit. So if you did not check out my consciousness conversation with Dr. Thomas yesterday, there is a playlist on YouTube, Consciousness Conversation. You can check them all out, but yesterday's was titled Healing, Money, and More, I think, because at the end of the conversation, we actually talk about money, which were, and he really gets into the idea that I've talked about many times before, that money is energy. So for those of you really struggling financially, that may also be a great conversation to help you outside of this one today. So I just got so much going on, guys, and it's really thrilling. I'm really looking forward to the rest of this year. I so am. So in the membership portal, for those of you who are members, look forward to 6 classes coming. And if you're at the spiritual awakening level, you will get them for free. If you are at the other 2 tiers, you'll get them at a discounted rate. They're going to be 6 standalone classes for those of you who are at different points of your journey, so you can pick and choose. In the past, I've brought them as a package, but I am breaking them up because I do see the value in basically picking and choosing where you are and what you're wanting. Because we're going to talk about spirit guides, we're going to talk about clairs, we're going to talk about giving an evidential medium reading, we're going to talk about how to connect to your spirit guides, your crossed over loved ones, your ascended masters. We're going to talk about how you get into connection. Oh, thank you, Cynthia. So we've got a lot going. I've got a lot coming up, and so I hope that you will stay posted as we move forward. For those of you who are on an ascension journey or a spiritual awakening journey and you're needing a mentor or help. And if you haven't gone to my membership portal, please take a look at that, because there are some things in the post section, which is the content section of that site, and there's free stuff there. So take a look at that. Take a look at that. All right, guys, I got a lot of hopefully free support on YouTube, here on Facebook, in my membership portal. And then for those of you who are needing to go to the next step, you're able to join me. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Sending you so much love and so many blessings. Have a beautiful weekend. And I'm excited for those of you who I will see tomorrow. Some tickets have already been purchased, so I know we're going to have a great day. And for those of you who maybe have been on the fence, it's going to be a beautiful day. Please join us. And if you haven't been to the Eclectic Hedge, absolutely stop in. Stephanie has her candles. Her husband, Ron, is the creator of Dope Soap. So for those of you who maybe have some skin allergies, skin irritations, or looking for good soap, those are really cool. All right. So lots going on. Sending you so much love and so many blessings. Have a beautiful weekend. We'll talk soon. Bye, guys.